Black magic. You got to know, got to show, it's time to roll. So just tell me what you want to hear. Tell me what you want, so just tell me what you want to hear.
Welcome back, everybody, to another edition of RatG TV. It's your boy Zeus with you, as I am every week, with my heterosexual life mate, my partner in crime, the Welland Wingnut, Steve Lambert. How's it going, buddy?
Good, man. How's it going?
Good. What are you licking your lips there for, buddy? It seems like you're, what are you doing? Rolling one of those cigarettes there?
Yeah.
Rolling a dart, are you?
American cigarettes there, Dave. Don't you know?
Rolling there a dart. All right.
Full East Coast. Never go
full East Coast. And I was trying to be Letterkenny, and I don't know where they are. I think they're
never
Midwest.
Full East Coast.
They're not the East Coast, are they? They're Midwest. But hey, we're here, we're Canadian, and we'll just make fun of it all. Honestly, welcome to the show, everybody. Evening, Luke. Evening, Ronnie. How you doing, boys? Hope you guys are having a good weekend. Hope your Friday was great, and hope the rest of your weekend's going good. Tomorrow, it's Mother's Day. That's a good old Mother's Day. What are you doing for Mother's Day tomorrow?
Well, I'm not getting her a Mother's Day card.
Your mother?
Because they're not essential.
What, birthday card or Mother's Day cards? I mean, yeah, I know. I don't understand why some shit is open and some shit isn't. But
you know what? The cards I get, because people like to handle them and look at them, that's you know what, totally understandable. But the one thing that's really been bothering me is work gear. I can get a security vest. I can get a reflective shirt. I cannot get work pants.
You can't get
workers don't wear pants.
That is ridiculous. Hey, Will, how's it going, buddy? It's Liberation Day here, 76 years free from the Nazi regime. So, Luke, tell us again whereabouts you're situated. You've told us before where you are, but I don't think that we actually know where in the world that actually geographically that is, because we're ignorant Canadians. We're as our French counterparts would say, "What are ignorant, stupid English pigs." It's true. Yeah, it's blocked off, Ron. And I live in Spain. Mother's Day is not till March to me. LOL. You live in Spain? Oh wow, man, that's awesome. We get so many people from so many different places around the world. It's honestly quite awesome. Yeah, Mother's Day. I mean, yeah, the shit being sectioned off is a little fucked up, but I don't know, man. It is what it is. I just want it to be over. I don't understand how some of this stuff is, like baby clothes, how baby clothes is sectioned off. I mean, like, babies grow quicker than any other stage of humanity, right? So
they do have curbside for a lot of these items, but you do have to make a minimum purchase. And unfortunately, there's a lot of people in our town in particular that, you know, are close to the poverty line. So, you know, making minimum purchases aren't always something they can do.
So Luke Tuff says, Guernsey, so between England and France and the Channel Islands, only English ground to be occupied during World War II. Wow. That's awesome, buddy. I did not know that. I was today years old when I found that out. A segment that I keep forgetting to come back to each and every week. But we do have a new segment this week as well as our main topic of doing ranking, as you can see behind me here. And sorry about the horrible lighting. I don't know what's going on with my camera today. But the worst fictional mothers of all time is what we're doing in honor of Mother's Day. I've got some of them that were chosen here from Google Images. And yeah, man. Live in Spain, but from Liverpool. Nice. I was going to do a Paul joke, but it's not very good.
So where do your allegiance lie when it comes to footy still then?
To footies?
Footy.
Oh, yeah. If you're in Spain, if you live in Spain, but you're from Liverpool, well, he's got to be a Liverpool guy no matter what. You can't be from Liverpool and not root for Liverpool. I'm guessing, Will, and I love you for coming on the show all the time, buddy. I'm guessing you're a Liverpool hooligan. Spanish Grand Prix tomorrow. Well, I bet you will be watching that. Or maybe he doesn't like Grand Prix. I don't know.
I've seen the Molson Indy in Toronto a couple times. It's pretty wild.
Yeah. Well, so we were talking though. So we've got the Mother's Day stuff, ranking the worst mothers of all time. Steve, you've got your 5-second movie review that we're going to be doing today. You got that Unearth?
Unearth. So this movie was supposed to be originally released in 2020. It just came out. It stars Adrienne Barbeau. You see there, Adrienne Barbeau. If you don't know who she is, you definitely do. She was married to John Carpenter. She was married to I can't remember the guy's name, but anyways, the brother of Stephen Van Zandt, who was in the E Street Band and Sopranos. She of course being married to John Carpenter. She's been in everything. The Fog. She was in Escape from New York. Creep Show, Back to School, the original Swamp Thing, the new Swamp Thing, and most memorable for me, when I saw this movie, I'm like, where do I know her from? Until I looked it up, she was Oswald's mama, Drew Carey's show.
No shit. And I definitely know who she is. And you're right. She's in everything. She was a great character actress throughout the late 70s, throughout the 80s, and still working today, right? Yeah, obviously, because she was just in this.
A lot of voiceover stuff I saw, and a lot of video game stuff I saw on her resume.
Yeah. Liverpudlian. So Liverspanalian. Well, I have no idea. Lisa says Peggy Bundy.
She definitely lacked a lot of the motherly skills.
Big boobs. What the heck? We're going to do the Pam Anderson story later. I really need to start scoping those out before I post them. So we've got that. We've got your 5-second movie review. We've got the mothers. We've got Jordan James stopping by talking about the Jordan James show and what's happening on his next episode, as well as going to do another segment of OK Boomer where he tests your and my Gen X knowledge, not Boomer knowledge, but Gen X knowledge against the modern day, for everything from millennial down to Gen Z. I think Gen Alpha is the newest one I heard.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And you guys thought I was bad. Just wait until tonight. Oh, geez. He's going to be back on during He Said, She Said, and it's going to be cray-cray. Ron's going to have a few drinks in him, I'm assuming. I take the big boobs and raise a huge rack. What is happening to my show right now? Let me just talk about the newest segment that we're going to be doing. I've been on TikTok a lot lately. I'm the latest old man Gen Xer to get sucked into TikTok, and there are some great creators out there and some really funny stuff out there. So we're going to do a TikToker of the week. I'm starting us off hot with one that I think most people know as well. So I think it'll be fun. So stay tuned for that. And that's all happening here tonight. But why don't we get started? Like, we came here to talk about the worst mothers of all time in honor of Mother's Day. We always do the best mothers each year.
Right.
It's fitting we do Mommy Dearest Day, which is weird. I don't think she's on either of our lists or on any of the comments.
That was the other thing I was going to say, too. When I was looking through Adrienne Barbeau's resume there, she was in a movie called Daddy Dearest in the 90s.
Come on.
Yeah. I thought that was kind of ironic today.
Wow. Did you see it?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Joy Turner from My Name is Earl. Is that Priscilla, or what's not Priscilla Presley? Jamie Lee Presley?
Yeah, I can't remember. It's been a while since I watched that show. I see it's on Disney Plus though. No, I might.
Is it? Oh my God, they've got every. Did you see American Horror Stories on there?
I did last night. Actually, I noticed that.
Yeah, I was like, wow, that's a shocker. And welcome to the party, pal. The Mummy is a pretty shite mother. Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out with those horrible dad jokes. And yes, sir. All right. So we'll get all to all that. Steve, why don't you get us started off there with your list? Who is number one on your list for worst mothers of all time, buddy.
Well, you know, I struggled putting this first one on the list, and when I mentioned it to a couple of my family members, they were like, no way. And I'm like, I don't know, man. I think I made a pretty strong case. So I'm sorry. I love you, Catherine O'Hara, but Kate Mcallister, like, twice. Once, okay, I can forgive you. Twice? No.
Yeah, I can't argue that one at all either. There's no arguing that.
Moving on down the list, number 4, I don't think there's anyone that's going to argue me with this one. And if they are, then they can just get the F out, because Cersei Lannister is one bad mom. Like, I mean, your kids are incest to start.
Right?
And I don't need to go on from there.
No. That pretty much takes care of it all right there. She is a pretty horrible mom.
Great actress.
But is she a horrible mom just because of the incest? Because some might argue she's actually a good mom for how, like, she put her son on the throne.
Yeah.
Incest aside doesn't denote bad parenting. Incest is bad, but that doesn't mean that she's a bad mom. I don't know. I don't know why I want to even make that argument for her.
So number 3, this was another bad.
Definitely was completely normal.
Yeah, people saw. Somebody already mentioned Peggy Bundy. I mean, Katie Seagal playing 2 bad moms. Gemma Teller. What a POS this mom was, man. I actually just watched this series a few months back. I finally finished it up. I wasn't someone who watched it during the original run, and wow.
Yeah, she is intense. That scene, the sink scene with Tara, like, damn, grandma. And number 3 on your list, or number
2. You could take your pick, I guess, from any of the incarnations of this movie, but I went with the more recent TV series version, and that's Norma Bates. Like, wow.
Insane in the membrane. I've actually still not watched this show. I've seen the movie, I've seen the remake. I've never watched the TV show. I don't know what it is about shows like that and Hannibal when they're put on channels like NBC and CBS, where it just makes me think, well, how could it be good? Because it's NBC. Like, if it was a Netflix show or HBO, I'm like, okay, I could see it. But there, I'm just like,
Bates Motel pushed it a little bit, but I'd say it was pretty tame compared to Hannibal. Hannibal definitely pushed the limits of what NBC would show. Hannibal was a great show, and I'm disappointed it ended early.
What, didn't they say we're coming back for another season, or wasn't there talk?
There's been a lot of talk about, how other networks like to buy up series that, people end early. So the cast and crew have all said that they'd more be willing to jump right back into that. We didn't really get a proper final season, so.
I'm down. Luke says, Big Mama. I don't even think she was a woman. The TV Bates Motel was pretty epic, to be fair. Counts it a bit too soon. Hannibal was intense. Yeah. All right. Well, everybody's on board with you. Who's your number one mama?
What's that?
Who's your number one mama?
My number one horrible mom, Evan.
I need you to throw mama from the train.
Yeah, she was one mean lady.
She was, and she was mean there. She's mean as the mom on the Goonies, as
Mama Fratelli.
Mama Fratelli. I can never remember if it's Mama Fratelli or Old Man Axl Rose, because they look exactly the same. Or
you could swap Benny Hill in there.
Right. Honestly, though, it is more Axl without trying. Benny Hill, it's with Benny Hill dressed in drag. Yeah. Axl Rose, it's just Axl Rose now. Same with Steven Tyler when he dresses up as a gypsy woman.
Yeah.
He's doing it himself. I don't expect anyone to know Miss Peacock from the home episode of The X-Files. They're not allowed to show that episode on TV anymore. Obviously, I was a huge fan. No,
my girlfriend watched X-Files, and she's mentioned this episode to me a couple times. And I actually saw Mrs. Peacock on one of the lists when I was searching the web today to look for my worst moms. Yeah.
No way. Huh.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, Chad, but that was the one where they had the mom underneath, or the woman underneath the bed, and they would pull her out to make more babies.
Luke says, shit, just thought of the mother of the Fratellis in the Goonies. Damn it. You said it the same time as I was writing. LOL. Great minds think alike. And Chad says, you are correct, sir.
Yeah, that was a messed up episode, man. I mean, I didn't see it, but I've heard all about it. Wow.
And what episode was that? Because I watched X-Files as well.
So it was almost like to try and compare it, it was almost like a Hills Have Eyes kind of family. Like they were just weird, incest, inbred, freaking just, yeah. I don't remember what the plot was, and they kept the mom underneath the bed on one of those mechanic, and they would just wheel her out and go to town. And
yeah. It sounds vaguely familiar, and I'm just.
It was aired once.
Sure. Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, je ne sais pas, mon frère. All right. Well, my list now, and we got some more comments coming in here before we get there. That was an epic episode. If you don't have the box set, you won't see it. Good to know. Or maybe I just have to have it on some kind of IPTV. I don't know what that means, though. Just to take a quick look at some of the answers we did get on the page. Oops. And that is not it. So we did have a few people chime in. And Chad Golden said Peg Bundy. Will Mahoney said Angela Lansbury in the original Manchurian Candidate.
Yeah.
I've never seen the original. That was Frank Sinatra.
I don't know the original either, but I saw this one mentioned on a few lists too.
Kathy Joe said, speaking of Mommy Dearest, love this movie. Remember seeing it in theater with my mom and aunt and sister. I was 9 and my sister was 6. Who brings their kids to this movie? We did pretty much behave after that, though. Tell you the truth, I remember watching this movie when I was really young at my grandparents' house with the family and them having like the Betamax of it.
Right.
And the only thing that I really remember is her just beating the shit out of her kid with those iron clothes hangers. Howard's mom from The Big Bang Theory. I mean, I don't know if she was a bad mom, an enabling mom. Well, maybe, you know what? That gets into my list, which, hang on, we'll get to that. The mom from The Flowers in the Attic is Tanith L.
Another great movie.
Also, Lori from The Walking Dead. Deanna also says Will's mom from Will and Grace. I don't know. I'd never really watched Will and Grace. Had you?
No.
So I'm going to say yes then. You are correct. And on the Ryan's All Things Geek page, Norma Bates, Kevin McAllister's mom.
Yeah.
He said both of those.
Me think alike, man.
Yeah. He had 3 of yours, 3 of your 5. So
mine's.
A dead body was found on their farmland in season 4, episode 2. Yeah, I guess. From X-Files?
I'm not sure.
Or Evelyn Harper from 2.5 Men. Nice. Wow, let me get to my list. So starting off the list at number 5 on my list, we spoke about enablers. I don't know that so much that she's a bad mom, but her child is the whiniest, most annoyingest, most unanimously agreed upon little douchebag of a child, Caillou, and it is Caillou's mom. Caillou's mom is definitely number 5 on my list there. She gets the nod. I don't care what anybody says. That kid is horrible. And I blame the mom. I just do.
I've never wanted to punch a cartoon kid before in my life.
Right? And we just heard, I forget who mentioned it, but they talked about, Will said Evelyn Harper from 2.5 Men, and she is number 4 on my list. You know, she kind of paved the way for my next 2 entrants. And that is Miss Blue, of course. So awesome. So much. I mean, the evolution from the mom from Two and a Half Men. And then, of course, if I've got her at number 3, I can't have anyone else at number 2 except for Jessica Walters again as Mallory Archer. One of the worst moms by far in television or movie history, in my opinion. Love that show, love that character, but holy shit, is she ever a horrible mom? And Jessica Walters, I worry about your children. Or I know she's passed, but I mean, you played them so well. Rest in peace. But and number 1, the worst mom in the world. I don't care. I know this is your favorite show of all time, Steve, and I get that she loves her kids sometimes.
You will get no argument from me, sir.
Yeah, she is just horrific. Love her, love that show. But oh my God, Peg Bundy, you top my list for the all-time worst mom in TV or movies, fiction, whatever you want. We got some more here. Diaz mom in Brooklyn. She didn't accept Diaz was bi. I haven't seen Brooklyn Nine-Nine. My son loves it and says it's great. What's up, Kat? How you doing? And she says Peg Bundy is hot. Yeah, she is. Hells to the yeah. Sorry. I digress. So yeah, that is my list there for my top 5 worst moms in fictional history. How'd we do?
I was just going to say I got pegged, but that wouldn't sound good. Like getting clanfished, but
you bastard! You were expecting that to be my number 1, weren't you? It's not coming out yet. It's not coming out. What we do have time for though. Before we get into our new segment, and then before our boy Jordan James gets here, we do have time for your movie review, which I'm really looking forward to. From Futurama Mom, The Mother and Sons of Anarchy. Yeah, Gemma, that was also on Steve's list. You want to get pegged? Yes, he does. Lauren Waterby, Mrs. Smith is Better Off Dead. She got an exchange student for her son to try and have sex with. Plus, she blows up the house. Check out Better Off Dead. Yeah, I've never seen that one.
No, me neither.
I think I've seen Better Off Ted, though.
Yes.
I've heard of it, but I've never seen it. Alfred from The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Yeah. You shut your mouth, Ron. You shut your stupid mouth right now. Marge Simpson is a saint and a great mother. She's just married to a horrible, horrible provider. Rhea Perlman and Matilda. Oh, fuck yeah. I don't even know how I forgot to think about her. Like, yeah. Her and Danny DeVito both are 2 POSs, as Steve gently put it earlier. But that's it. So yeah, I do think it is time for us. We're going to get set for our 5-second movie review. And this week, Steve, you are doing the movie Unearthed. This is brought to us by the fine folks at DocNet. Folks, if you're looking for internet anywhere across this fine country, that's right. Listen to Steve, just above his head there. Give Tony a call over at DocNet, docnet.ca. They've got you covered from coast to coast here in Canada. High-speed internet and home phone. How good is it? I say the same thing every week. It's just, listen, we're live streaming to you here. There's no hiccups or anything like that. I have Netflix going in the background. Actually, I have my PlayStation on. Plus, Netflix playing on it. My son's in the other room playing probably Call of Duty or Fortnite, and we're still doing all this with no problem. Cheap prices, and they get you the service you need. So, folks, give Tony a call over at docnet.ca. And with that, Steve, I do believe. Oh, Steve, Ron's ready. but it's jazz hands. Get it right. Because it's time for Steve's 5-second movie review by Steve. Yeah. Jazz hands. Jazz hands. Jazz hands. So you did the movie On Earth and starring, what's her name? Right here. I got a picture of her.
She's looked better.
She has looked better. I'm sorry, but you kind of froze up there a little bit on me. Worst mom was Penny's original mom from the show Good Times. Yes. All right, Steve, you're kind of back there with me. We got you set?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but your picture keeps freezing. Or you're just holding oh yeah, you're frozen there. But hey, it was Clanny Shark. That's what did it. Clanny Shark does everybody in. All right, so how you feeling? You good there?
I'm good. I'm ready to go.
All right. Hopefully this stays. I don't know if it's skipping for everybody else or just for me, but if you're ready, sir, I'm going to put 5 seconds on the board, and you may begin once that's up there. So if you're ready, sir, you may begin now.
Sometimes when you got a problem with your neighbor, it's best not to unroot the problem.
Yes. Sometimes it's best not to unearth the problem. Steve, tell me about this movie, Unearthed. What's this movie all about?
No, it was a bit of a slow burn to start, but definitely once it got going, it had a cabin fever type feel to it. So the premise was it was two farmers side by side, struggling to make it in today's world, getting offered money for their property for some company that wanted to drill there. One farmer had said no. The other one was a little more desperate, decided to say yes. And during the drilling process, something got into the water.
And that something came from the under earth?
Yeah.
It's been unearthed, some will say. So what would you give this movie?
It was like a parasite type thing. Like it's almost like cabin fever a little bit, but yeah, it finished well, better than it started. Like I said, it was slow.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. So what do you give it out of 5?
I'd probably give it a 2.5 out of 5.
Damn. That's pretty rough. Speaking of rough, so I'm going to get you to do me a favor. I'm going to get you to back out and come back in if you can. While you do that, I've got Jordan here with us, and then I'll put you back in as soon as you're back here, and hopefully that fixes your connection. And with that, hey, how's it going, brother?
It's good, man. I'm good. How are you?
Doing good, man. Doing good. Some tech issues there over on Steve's end, but we'll get that all fixed up in no time.
Yeah.
Jordan James, that gives us some time to talk, buddy, about the Jordan James Show. What's the haps, brother?
Yes, sir. It's been a crazy ride.
Well, yeah, man. And as we see along the bottom there, discovering the path.
Oh, yeah.
With the Jordan James Show, available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and wherever you find your favorite podcast, thejordanjamesshow.com.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, buddy. So what's been happening on the Jordan James Show? Who did you have on this week?
Yeah, so actually this past Tuesday that just passed, we had that was the Alexander Gould episode that came out. So he was on Weeds. He was the voice of Finding Nemo in that Pixar film. So he's had a pretty crazy journey, and he's exactly my age, and he's been through a lot. Yeah, so it was really cool to kind of get his perspective, and really profound conversation, really deep about success and just what it all means to him, especially having reached it at such a young age at that level too, right? So it was a really cool conversation. Yeah, awesome. Check out that episode if you haven't already.
And Luke says, "Hey Jordan, your show is pretty awesome."
Hey, oh, thank you, sir. Appreciate that.
And the Welland Wingnut is back.
There he is,
and still a little choppy. I don't know what's going on over there at the house Lambert. Maybe too
Well,
many
I
people.
did set up in a different spot of the house today.
Oh, that could be it. And you don't have DocNet. But yeah, so we do have Jordan here this week.
Yes, sir.
And we're going to be doing another edition of Okay Boomer. But before we do that, let's take a look who you had on this week on the show.
Oh, yeah. This is Tuesday coming up. So next week's
This Tuesday
episode.
coming up. Yeah, next episode coming up.
Hey, I can back out. I'll be right back.
All right, buddy.
Sometimes things don't always work out and deals often fall through. Sometimes casting goes a different direction. Tell me a little bit about that experience for you.
Well, most of the time it doesn't go your way, to be perfectly honest with you. You get a lot more no's in this business than you get yeses. But I will say all those no's make the one yes so much better. When you get that yes, oh my goodness, you just feel so amazing that you finally got that yes.
Dude, that's awesome. Now, what's the thing that like kind of from you doing all these interviews, what's the one thing that stuck out the most for you that you weren't expecting as being an interviewer?
I would just say how honest these people have been. Like they're really willing to go down a really deep path. I feel like some of my questions might be a little too personal and get a little too into their lives, but they've just been so open and just been really willing to talk about it. That last clip that we just watched, he's talking about rejection in Hollywood, having been so close to being cast as AJ Soprano in The Sopranos and not getting that role. Yeah, that was a really that's actually Tim Realbuto. I met him through Rob Margulies, who we interviewed together.
Oh,
yeah,
so
awesome. It's been really great, and I'm really looking forward to some of the upcoming guests that we have as well.
No shit. Yeah, well, I am too. Now, anyone you could kind of tease?
Yeah, I've actually just been in contact with somebody from the Halloween Town series, which is like for kids my age. Yeah, so like I'm really excited about that one. I'm looking forward to talking to her.
Who was the lead actress in that? Was that Debbie Reynolds from Good Luck Charlie? Not Good Luck Charlie. The other one. Oh my God, what was that Disney show she was on?
Wait, are you talking about Jessie?
Yeah, that's who I
was. No. That's Debbie Ryan. Debbie Reynolds is like the classic actress.
Oh,
like
that's right.
The grandma. Yeah.
Yes. Hey, and there's the well I'm winging it back.
Hey-oh.
Frozen.
What's going on? Is it cold at your house, Steve? Freezing?
There's something going on with this part of the house that Steve is in. I don't know. It's like, this is the best spot for me to put the sign, but it's also the worst spot for internet in the house.
Apparently.
I think just because of this, I'm going to end up winning OK Boomer this week. I think it's pretty safe to say that I will be in the winning seat. Now, before we do OK Boomer, well, actually, let's do OK Boomer, and hopefully your signal gets better for the news.
Yeah.
But what we will do is move on here and go with our favorite new little segment called OK Boomer.
Hold up.
So Luke asks, guys, as a fellow Gen Xers, are we boomers? No.
You're not baby boomers, but like in the whole term of boomers, you might be. I don't know. The new slang term. I'm getting there too. Can't even lie.
Okay, Zoomer. I watched a TikTok the other day because TikTok's like my favorite thing. And this guy, his skit is that he's all the different generations. And and one of the ones is he's like he's millennial and Gen Z yelling at each other. And the millennial's like, oh, be careful. One day you're going to be the old one. And he's like, Gen Z's like, that's never going to happen. And then there's like Generation Alpha. And it's just like a baby. And it's like, okay, boomer. Oh, yeah.
TikTok is great.
The way it happens. Poor Steve. Steve, we might have to move you into another room until you're done. Until we get this done.
All right. Figure something.
All right. Well, while you do that, so tell us a little bit about our OK Boomer this week, Jordan, what we're going to be doing. So we've got
Yeah.
normally it's you give us these different slang terms
Yeah.
or photos of influencers.
Right. So I'm running out of slang terms. Like we're starting to run out of terms. So we got to integrate some other things in there.
Well, because you're getting too old. That's what it is. You're not hip enough to know the young terms because you know you're a boomer now as well. Welcome to our crowd.
Yep. Pretty close.
And the best thing about this whole segment of OK Boomer right now is Steve's being frozen is like the ultimate boomer tech.
It is
the ultimate boomer tech mishap. It's like
it really is.
That or he'd be muted.
And still talking and just be like trying to read his lips.
Yeah, exactly. Here we go. And Luke says, just do this thing again, Jordan. We've already forgotten.
I'll restart.
If we do this twice and I could win. Nice pick. I know, right? Steve looked like he was the pick there. No, he's moving into the new room, so we'll give him a second to do that. What else can we show the folks while we're waiting for that? Want to see some chops I've taken over the years?
Hey.
Oh!
It's gonna come.
Oh!
Felt good. Felt really good.
It's like a massage. Deep tissue.
I want to say I miss getting those done. I don't.
I was gonna say, do you miss not being able to get beaten up anymore?
I mean, a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. There's a certain amount of machismo. I don't know what it is. Or just stupid maleness to it. There's like, yeah, hurt me, yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever been left with any good marks? That's the real question.
Oh my god, dude! I've had like legit like red raspberries across my face for like weeks.
So next time it happens, you should do like have a shot of like the actual move and then a quick flash of like what the mark was.
I've had pictures of that, but my I don't have that account anymore. And you asked for it, Luke. I can't deny the fans. I'm sorry.
There he is.
They wanted Clanny. You asked for Clanny. You get Clanny. We get Clanny.
More Clanny.
Best one was how red your chest was. Yeah, man, my chest got fucking red during those. Hey,
there he is.
Hey, look, it's perfect. You can't fit the side behind you?
I could, but I wasn't worried about that right now.
Yeah. Oh, I'm just fucking with you. All right. Well, let us get to OK Boomer here, and then we'll do my TikToker of the week, and then we'll get to the news. So, we got some comments here. Steve, stay still. You're in the white room. Yes.
The white room. It's like that TikTok where like you think it's a picture and then all of a sudden they move.
I've never seen those. That would this is what I was just about to say, Chad Golden. He's in the last week tonight, John Oliver void. The white void. Avoid the noid. All right. So let us get going here. What are we starting off with first? I guess we're starting off with some terms.
Yeah.
All right. So the first term number 1, Jordan.
Yes. This Karen's capping. She just trying to flex. BC, she's shook. She crashy AF.
Okay.
This one's
pretty off easy.
Yeah. So this Karen's just someone who complains about it, whatever. Capping is she's lying because no cap means it's the truth.
Right.
She's just trying to flex. So she's just trying to show off because she's shook. She's angry. Yeah, she's emotional about something.
Okay, yeah,
and
there you go.
Crashy as fuck. I don't know what crashy is though. That's the one that's got me.
Crashy. Okay. Unstable, maybe.
Yeah, she is going off.
Yeah, pretty much. So crashy is like a combination of two words, which are crazy and trashy. So together, you get crashy.
But
yeah,
our
everything else.
generation is too mean. That's this coming from the generation that wants to cancel Eminem.
Hey, that I had nothing to do with that.
I know. I mean, this is the generation below you.
Yeah, it is.
This Buzzizzy bitch is lying because she loves me. Yeah, you nailed it.
Yeah.
Luke. Nailed it.
Yeah, so I mean, we all know what a Karen is. Middle-aged white woman who's entitled, is lying, just trying to show off because she's incredibly shocked or shaken up, which is what shook means. She's crazy and trashy as fuck.
So it's every video we've seen of an anti-masker at a Walmart freaking out.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah.
Right.
That explains it.
Number 2. I have no idea what this.
All right. Yeah. So this is like really new. A lot of these terms are like hella new. So my Luke is dank. I got steez.
I've heard steez lately, but I don't remember what it meant or where I heard it. My Luke is dank. I know dank is good because it's like dank weed. That's some real dank shit, man. But my Luke, so my weed is dank?
Yeah, the rest of that, I got nothing either.
I knew that you guys would get
I
dank.
got steez. I got fuck me. I got high. Oh, I got stoned. My weed is dank. I got stoned. That's my final story, and I'm sticking to it.
That's
my answer.
Good guess. So it actually has nothing to do with weed at all.
What? Oh, I gotta stop. Look, I gotta look at these before I post them. Luke, put the whiskey down.
Oh my goodness. Is that a new
knob,
term?
Is that what it means?
Knob?
My knob is limp. I got pills. Is that what this means? My Luke is dank. I got steez.
I mean, I'm gonna say no. But so it actually means a Luke is like my signature style, basically.
Oh, my look. It's like my look.
Yeah, kind of. But we just, of course, we just had to change those two middle letters because it doesn't make any sense if it's just a plain old O.
Right. My Luke is dank.
Yeah, is very high quality. Dank is just like really good. And I got Steve's is just like I have effortless style. Like,
oh well, yeah, that's me for sure.
There you go.
The kids still say that, right? It's tonight. Sorry, guys. Oh,
keeping it light.
It explains a lot as well. Did you have any clue on that one, Steve?
No.
The
only term I'd ever heard before is dank.
Same. All right.
What you guys got?
This is the last one, the Toronto edition.
Yes. Here we
go.
go.
You gotta say
All
this.
right.
I don't know how you say that.
So it's Wahali. I didn't touch that ting, my karate. That's Dottish. I just heard a laugh coming from the background there, Steve. Someone knows what's going on.
No one's here.
Oh.
No one's here, man.
I
got nothing. Oh.
I didn't touch that ting, my crody. So I didn't. So I don't know what Wahali is, but I didn't touch that ting, my crody. Is like, that wasn't me, my man, or whatever. I guess crody is like brother or whatever. Or
yes. Yep.
Yeah. And that's Dottish. That's sketch. I don't know.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's Dottish. I don't know. Walleye. Wahali. Oh. I think that's from the Maui Islands, right? Wahali.
No. It's like Arabic.
Oh.
A lot of Toronto lingo kind of transforms from like Arabic language and like Jamaican.
Luke has got the answer.
Let's see. Oh.
Hello, I didn't touch your mom. That's awful.
Yeah, pretty close. I mean, a ting is like a woman, I guess, or like a girl or like a person that you're like
Oh, yo,
don't
I
really
didn't touch
have.
your
Yeah.
girl. I didn't touch your
Yeah.
girl. That's sketch. Oh, so hey, yo, I didn't. So that's like, yo, man, I didn't sleep with your girlfriend, my friend.
Yeah. Pretty much.
You and I are boys, and that's shady.
Yeah. So Dottish just means like stupid, ridiculous. But does anybody know what Holly means?
No.
So it just means I promise. Like I swear.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, Holly. And it's actual another language?
It's like an overused Arabic term that like Toronto has kind of like adopted and like really overused it. So like there's a lot of people that are saying like, yo, like you're not saying it right, you're saying it too much. But that's basically
Toronto,
what it
stop
translates.
Stop it, Toronto. Stop it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Stop
Well,
driving up the prices everywhere and stop this shit.
You had said before too that a lot of the Toronto edition stuff is like a Jamaican slang, right? So with Toronto being the melting pot that it is, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. That's exactly what they do. Same with like Arabic terms as well. They just kind of like take them and like again put them in the melting pot and just morph it into something else that it doesn't really mean.
Arabic and Jamaican and just everything
Yep.
else together. All right. Well, now so that's part one of OK Boomer. We've got more here. Now
Yes.
we never know who these people are, so we're not going to guess who the people are. Well, we'll try, but more or less, we're going to try to guess what they're famous for, because we know they're
Right.
all influencers. So, number one on this
Typically.
list.
Yeah. So actually, you guys should probably, or maybe would have like a better chance of knowing a lot of these people this week than typically.
I'm going to say a Power Ranger.
I'm going to say a Fifth Element cosplayer.
Good one.
Multipass.
There you go.
I don't know who this influencer is at all.
Okay.
She's young. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. I'm not sure. I have no clue. What does the audience say?
So Luke knows. Yeah. There you go.
Dua Lipa.
Yep. You got it.
Jordan,
Attaboy.
when can I watch you live? I've been watching your videos on Facebook.
Man, I'll be going live soon, probably TikTok and Instagram. But I haven't done much lives yet. But yeah, he's right. That's Dua Lipa, who's like a singer. She's a pretty popular singer right now.
Sweet. See, I know nothing, especially with music.
Okay.
Steve, did you know that at all? Did you know?
I didn't
No. All right. Well, next one on the list, I'm going to guess this one's a rapper. And I'm going to guess that is a Canadian rapper.
I'm going to say Lil something.
When in doubt, add a Lil to the beginning of his name.
And I'm not saying something as in like fill the blank space, and I'm saying Lil something.
Oh, that's his actual name is something.
Right. Yeah.
It's Lil something.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
All
I'm going to
right.
say it's Lil Pump. No. Is that person still alive?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And is he Canadian?
He is not. He's from Dallas, Texas. Or
Oh.
Houston, somewhere in Texas.
Oh, well, that's the guy that has
Big
the
short.
blood. Is that the guy that has the blood in his shoes?
No, that is not Lil Nas X.
That I have. Wait. Is that red face hat man?
Yes, you got it. Good job. Wow. Again,
Good job,
2
Luke.
for 2. Yeah, Dua Lipa's popular.
No,
in
it's
the
not
UK.
2 Chainz.
No,
not
not
2
2 Chains.
So tell us more about this guy.
Yeah. So this is Travis Scott. He's probably best known for his popular song "Sicko Mode" featuring Drake, and he's also Kylie Jenner's baby daddy.
Oh,
Yeah, he's pretty big. In September 2020, he became the first rapper to have 3 songs debut at #1 in less than a year. So he's
damn. Well, all
setting
right.
some milestones. Yeah.
Oh, I knew that guy. Oh, I
Right?
actually have it. I have his latest album.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I have his latest Whip. No, what do they call it? Is that
Whip is a car.
I know. I know nothing. I know nothing, and it shows. All right. And let's see if we can make this a complete shutout for us old timers.
There you go. There she is.
Well, Luke Tough, how did you know that there was going to be the big boobs? You called this earlier in the show.
This one's just for Luke.
This is definitely just for Luke. Oh my. Never mind. It looks familiar, like somebody I actually know.
You got a guess there?
No, I mean like somebody that, like a person
Oh.
that I personally know, that I think you know as well. Is that Stallion? Stallion? Megan Stallion?
It's Megan the Stallion, yeah.
Oh, see, I knew that. I didn't need Chad Golden at all.
Yeah, Chad's got it. Good man. Megan the Stallion.
Who is Megan the Stallion?
She's huge right now. She's a singer, rapper, and songwriter, again from Texas. She first gained popularity on Instagram, but her single Savage with Beyonce and WAP with Cardi B both hit #1 last year.
Wait, she's Wet Ass Pussy Chick?
She is, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And at the Grammys this year, she became the first female hip-hop artist to win Best New Artist since Lauryn Hill in 99.
Oh, wow, nice. That's huge.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then we heard from Lauryn Hill again after that, though. Just putting that out there. Oh, it's big boobs, red feathers, black hair. I didn't get it. My daughter did. She's playing Breath of the Wild behind me, and she saw the picture. That's usually what happens with all of us Gen Xers, Chad.
There you go.
That was awesome. That was
At least you're honest. I would have taken credit for that.
Now, don't forget to check out Jordan James' show every week. Jordan James, as you see on the bottom there, Discovering the Path of Success, available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you find your favorite podcast, thejordanjamesshow.com. It's not the Jordan James Show, it's the Jordan James Show. Make sure you guys get that.
You're right. Totally right. Yeah.
Right.
Big difference.
You ask Ohio State. Well, I know Lauryn Hill. Yeah, I know Lauryn Hill too. Yeah. Well, same. Not personally, of course, either. All right. So we're going to get into our news. Just before we do that, though, I did want to mention, like I said, we're doing our new TikToker of the week. I want to show a video. Now, if you're on TikTok, I guarantee you know this guy. If you're on Instagram, you know this guy as well. He's a stand-up comedian, but he does a lot of sketches that have made him really big right now. But I just kind of found him as I came to TikTok, and that is the one and only Jason Banks Comedy.
School crazy. Me and Blind Adam were walking home from school, and tell him what we saw, Blind Adam. Nothing. No, we saw a car chase. The cops were chasing
a yellow Corvette. It was so fast.
No, a blue truck down Main Street.
There were like 20 cop cars. I was like, oh
no,
my.
there were 3 cars, and they almost hit
a baby. I was like, poor baby.
No, baby. They almost hit a tree, and I was like, oh shit,
because of the airplane.
There was no airplane.
There was no airplane.
The blue truck wrecked into a lake.
Remember the fisherman?
There was no fisherman.
What happened to the fisherman?
There was no fisherman.
I'm blind. I don't know.
Long story short,
they finally found the fisherman. I was like, thank goodness, because
they arrested the guy.
What? I didn't see that.
Epic.
Yeah, he's great. So that's Jason Banks Comedy. If you want to follow him, give him a follow over on TikTok, and you can find me there. I think I'm under Ryan's All Things Geek.
Or Jason Banks from Welland.
No, that's Jason Bank.
Right.
Although we all call him Banks, we've all called him Banks since we were kids. His last name is actual single Bank. Jason Bank and Jason Banks. And this one's humorous. Kidding, Banks. I'm kidding. Watch Jordan. His shows are awesome, and he has some great messages that'll make you feel better. Thanks to RatG TV for bringing them.
Hey.
That's what we do.
Thank you, sir.
That's what we do, man. That's what we do. Now, we get through that whole show, and it's time for us to, take a look at news. You're going to stick around for a bit?
Yeah, for sure. Let's see what you guys got this week.
All right. All right. So, and thank you to our great producer who made that intro for us. I forget what his name is. Oh, right, Jordan James. Thank you.
I love that intro.
That's a dope intro.
Might need an updated one soon.
For sure. Need a couple updates, but you and I will talk about all that after anyways. Banks singular, the difference between 2 years and life. Yes. Well put. That was a genuine laugh you just got out of me there. Let's get into the news, though. Steve, you start us off every week, as you do, with some not so good news.
Uh-oh.
After death.
Yeah, you are the Undertaker. What do you got for us, buddy?
So maybe not too familiar to the younger generation, but someone we grew up with, former partner of David Coverdale from Whitesnake. She was in a bunch of his videos. She was also in the movie Bachelor Party with Tom Hanks, and that's Tawny Katane, passed away at the age of 59.
Yeah, man. And that's pretty young still, you know, and we say that every week. And she was, in the 80s, she was the it girl.
Yeah, man.
You know, it's funny because we saw even Amanda Kingston that we grew up commenting on it, saying, you know, that she had looked up to her. Like, and Amanda Kingston was the it girl at our school, you know, like every school's got that one. And Tawny was that girl that all the it girls looked up to. But she lived a really fast life, you know, so I mean, that shit catches up to you at an early age. Anyways, yeah.
And then moving on from the movie Blow fame, of course, starring Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp portrayed this man, George Jung, died at 78. He was famous for being involved in the 70s and 80s with Medallion Cartel, responsible for bringing 90% of America's cocaine over the border.
Damn.
Wow.
And 80% of that made it to Welland.
Right.
Just saying. Little known Welland fact.
He was released from prison in 2017, and no cause of death yet, but
yeah, man, that's pretty crazy. But I mean, another one who lived a fast life, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, as far as we know, we only have one life, so I'm not going to be that one that's going to tell anybody how to live it at all. I mean, as long as you're not hurting anybody else, you know, live your life at 99 miles an hour if you want, or 110, or whatever you want it to be. Speaking of kind of deaths, Netflix has been pulling a Netflix. Yeah, that's right. I went there. The president of Netflix and the president of Hollywood Foreign Press Association, well, the president of the FPA wants to meet with Ted Sarandos, who is the head of Netflix, because they no longer want, Netflix says they're not going to work with the HFPA anymore, who is in charge of the Golden Globes, you know, because they said that they still haven't made the proper changes when it comes to, you know, diversity amongst its members. So yeah, they're Netflix is Netflixing at this point, and you know what, good on them at this point. That's what I gotta say. You know, you got that power, you want to affect change, go ahead and do it then. Like, you do it. And we always talk about these big companies flexing power like this and it not being a good thing. But if you're doing it for a case like this, I don't see a bad in it, honestly.
Yeah.
So good on you, Netflix. Love fast, die drunk.
Good motto.
Going back to an old one. Up next, you got some
yeah, sort of a spinoff, I guess. Hulu is going to be bringing us Hilary Duff in a How I Met Your Father spinoff from, of course, the CBS hit TV show How I Met Your Mother. This has been straight to series order, and there's rumors circulating maybe that she may be the daughter of a character from How I Met Your Mother. I'm sure if you watch the show, you can all guess who.
Barney and Robin.
Well,
No.
Marty. Rob, that's not possible, Ryan. I'm gonna have to bring the dolls over again.
Wait, why? Robin wasn't a
Is there-
lesbian. And he's only gay in real life, not on the show. Anyways, wow, that just happened. Talking about larger than life, do you remember the Pam Anderson and Tommy Lee fucking sex tapes that came out back in the day, back in the 90s, and how huge Pam Anderson and Tommy Lee were? Like, I think they had their own live TV show for a while, like their own reality show.
Yeah.
Like they were one of the first real celebrity couples to have that. Well, now Bucky Barnes, Sebastian Stan, is going to be playing Tommy Lee in a Hulu original, Pam and Tommy. We can see Sebastian Stan right there portraying Tommy Lee. That is Jamie Lee, I believe her name is. That's going to be playing Pam Anderson. Here, the real deal, Tommy Lee and Pam Anderson. Just for comparison. Wow, man. Interesting choice. Interesting choice for Sebastian Stan. Not for Hulu to do the show, but an interesting choice for Sebastian Stan to take on Tommy Lee. Especially after The Dirt. Do we want a Tommy Lee, Pam Anderson show after The Dirt? Because that was a pretty popular movie.
Yeah.
Whether it was good or not.
Oh yeah, it was kind of
movie too.
Yeah.
Pam and Tommy Lee, the worst sex tape ever. Not that I'd watch it over and over. Listen, you, just like every other man on the planet, aside from Ron Jeremy, are just jealous of that video, Tommy Lee. We didn't realize that the biggest drumstick that he ever had was in between his legs. And yes, we know you'll watch, Ron. All right, not to bring this to a screeching halt, but you got the next story for us.
Yeah, Dustin Diamond, of course, known for portraying Screech in every episode of Saved by the Bell, the only member to be in every episode of Saved by the Bell. He was kind of snubbed for season 1 of the reboot TV show. Post death, a lot of people came out and said, they had plans to bring him in for season 2. I mean,
I don't buy it.
For what that's worth, they're now saying that they do have some sort of tribute planned for the season 2 to Dustin Diamond, or AKA Screech. No details though.
I think the bigger story here is there's a fucking season 2 of this coming.
I was just gonna say,
like, really? They greenlit a season. I didn't mind season 1. But I'm pretty sure I'm the only fucking one on the face of the planet that liked that show.
bro. I loved it. I loved it.
That's right. You did like it too, Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. A lot of millennials and younger generations liked it.
It's really funny, and they had a lot of really good pop culture references in there too.
It was so meta, but the original was meta too. So they just didn't realize they were meta. And Zach Morris was breaking the fourth wall before Deadpool and a lot of others were.
Yeah.
So I think Jack Benny was probably the first to do it, though, honestly. Would look at the camera and I might be the only one that knows who Jack Benny is. Do you know who Jack Benny is, Steve?
Yeah, I do, yeah.
Okay.
I would have said Mr. Roper, but yeah, Jack Benny would have been before him.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I am so, we're the same age, but I grew up with my grandparents, so I just wasn't sure about the Jack Benny run.
No, my dad's 82, so.
Dang.
What the fuck, right? Yeah, that's right. Biggest drumstick. And I didn't like it when it was originally. Chad, you need to leave right now. Saved by the Bell was a damn great show.
I mean, it's before my time, but I've watched the whole series.
Yeah. And I even watched it originally when it was called Miss Bliss.
Oh, really?
Miss Bliss.
Yeah. Good morning, Miss Bliss. That's right. WandaVision more. Ron. You need to have the conversations that we're having too. I love Ron. What the best is when we do He Said, She Said, and Ron is in, because I want to make Ron a part of the show. I'm not even lying. Like, he's that great. They canceled over there, and they've given this shite They've canceled Over There, and they've given this shit a season 2. I don't know. They canceled what Over There? Is there a show called Over There?
That's what I was thinking, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
lucky you guys. I mean,
It's a
did I
spin-off
do
of
that?
Over Here. It was a spin-off of Over Here.
Oh. Well, going from one annoying nerd to another, you got the next story.
Yeah, Jaleel White's been in the news quite a bit lately. We mentioned a story a few weeks ago about his new weed product line, Purple Urkel.
Yeah, I can't wait.
He did an interview on a TV One's show called Uncensored, which is going to air Sunday night, talking about how he really wasn't welcomed onto the set of Family Matters.
Yeah, because this show, I'm not saying I know that, but yeah, I could see that because remember he was only supposed to be a one and done character, and he fucking just killed it, and the directors and the producers loved him. And they're like, we got get this kid, more of this kid, and then the show that was supposed to be about the Winslows ended up being about the neighbor that was just supposed to be a one-off character.
Yeah,
I could see them getting upset about that for sure.
Yeah, they might be upset again after this tell-all interview. So,
well, I can't wait to see it, honestly. I want to see them all meet up again. Honestly, did you ever watch the Hughleys?
No, I never did watch that.
I used to love that show. I watched an interview with D.L. Hughley and the kid that played his son on the show. And his son is one of the scariest looking motherfuckers I've seen. Like, I mean, tattoos all over his face and neck, and didn't smile once during the interview. And I was like, holy shit. Scary mofo. Anyways, go check him out. That is strange, but some stranger things had happened a couple days ago. We got a teaser followed almost an hour later by the actual trailer for season 4 of Stranger Things.
Oh wow!
Yeah, did you get a chance to check it out or no?
I haven't seen it. No, actually, and I'm a big Stranger Things fan.
Yeah, we have it posted on the page. I would share it here, but I don't want us to get thrown off again like we always do. Big facts. But yeah, I mean, didn't really reveal all that much, I don't think. Just stuff we knew that was kind of coming, and I'm happy with this. I don't want to know what's going on. My son doesn't watch trailers. My son hates trailers because he hates spoilers. And I'm starting to get on board with that because so many trailers we see nowadays gives you everything in it. So unless you're going to pull the Marvel thing and give me fake trailers, then I'm down. Because then you never know what's real and what's not.
Right.
With that. My oldest son just woken up. Can Steve do his 5-second review again for Zach? Sure. Can you do your 5-second review again of Unearth?
Yeah, I guess. Sure.
All right. Here you go for Zach. So if you're ready, and yeah, there you go.
Sometimes when you're having a problem with your neighbor, it's better to leave it unrooted.
That was for the movie Unearth that he gave a 2.5 out of 5 for.
I would have probably given it a 3 or 3.5 had it not been a slow burn at the beginning.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not into those shows, so
It was definitely not for you. The ending was graphic, to say the least.
But I think about it. I watch a lot of graphic stuff and graphic violence stuff, but it's just I don't know what it is about certain slasher stuff. It's just because it's the mental part of it. Anyways, you got a story about little people for us next.
I could not believe how many of these movies there were. I'm sure you've all heard of the movie series Leprechaun. Jennifer Aniston rose to fame being in the first one of Warwick Davis, famous for playing the Leprechaun. New movie coming, and they almost had Warwick Davis back for this one, but he declined. And this one is going to be called Vampricon.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Really?
A vampire leprechaun.
Yes.
I mean,
okay.
Right off the bat, I'm like, no. The more I think about it, the more I'm kind of in. A leprechaun vampire? I mean, how fucking you can't stop them because
Yeah.
they're magical. And now you're gonna give them vampire powers on top of being a leprechaun? Like oh yeah, I mean this
You just never know these days what's going to be the next Sharknado. So
Yeah, there you go.
please aim higher than Sharknado. What am I saying? They got what, 6 movies?
yeah,
No.
Too many.
That's 6 more than I got.
yeah.
Dumb. Yeah, it does look dumb. I'd watch it if he made people wear the dancing shoes. Oh my God, from Looney Tunes. Yes. Jordan's like, I have no fucking clue.
No.
It was an old Bugs Bunny cartoon, but it wasn't Bugs Bunny. Who was it that they made wear those dancing shoes, the leprechaun shoes?
Yeah.
It was Porky Pig. It was Porky Pig.
Porky Pig, yes.
Does he fly like a... Stop it, Ron.
Oh God, it's getting
Warwick
worse.
Davis is busy doing daytime shitty quiz. He's missed a cracker here. See, this is one of those. Yes, it was Porky Pig. This is one of those things where originally we're like, "Oh, that's stupid," but the more you think about it, it could work.
Really though?
Yes, it could be a TV series. Netflix, we're talking to you.
Oh God.
Do it before Amazon Prime does it, because you know they'll do it. They'll do anything.
They'll do anything, yeah.
Moving on from Leprechaun to a pretty impressive day. We got this reel from Marvel Phase 4. It recapped all the phases leading up to it, and there was some real strong emotions there. I had some hairs up on end, as you say. Maybe got a tear or two when Stan Lee was talking. But then they showed teaser clips for the Eternals, and they gave the names and release dates for the upcoming MCU movies. We've got the Eternals. Doesn't show the date there, but they did announce it. We got Black Panther Wakanda Forever. July 8th, that's coming out, 2022. For what we're hearing, that one's just going to be mostly about Wakanda and how everyone's dealing with the death of T'Challa, I should say. The Marvels, Captain Marvel 2 has now been renamed The Marvels. So we're going to see from the Disney Plus show, Kamala, who plays Ms. Marvel. Plus, we're going to have Monica Rambeau from WandaVision. She'll be there as well because she was Captain Marvel in the comic books. Plus, she was Captain Marvel's like niece, basically. And then Captain Marvel will be there. And then we get Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, May 5th, 2023, which recently Batista came out and said that Drax will be around forever, but he will not. He's like, I'm 53 years old already. He's like, by the time this next movie comes out, I'll be really old. And then by the time another movie comes out, it's like, how long can I keep doing this? So, which is completely understandable. But yeah, hey, I mean, there's some good movies on that slate. Anything you guys are looking forward to?
I'd say Black Panther for me.
Yeah, that looked exciting, honestly. Seems like I don't even remember what they were.
Yeah, no, I remember what they were. Honestly, I haven't seen Captain Marvel yet, so I haven't seen Black Panther, and I was a fan of the Guardians of the Galaxy movies. So,
oh wow, you're that.
Oh
one.
wow,
the Guardians. I didn't like part 2 at all, honestly. To be honest,
no, me neither.
Part 1 I did like though. Shit, Buffy worked. Can't see how a Leprechaun vampire wouldn't pull in 20 seasons.
Love
right?
Buffy.
Vampire Leprechaun. Do it, Netflix. I can see James Marsden as Spike bringing a role model. Oh
hey,
my God.
I'd watch that. That I'd watch.
Bring James Marsden in as the Leprechaun's fucking the one that turned him, that turns the Leprechaun.
I think he's too old to play an eternal vampire though at this point.
Yeah, well, we could say some shit. Like, didn't he die on Angel? I don't remember. But we could say some shit where he got old somehow with some kind of magic.
There you go. Yeah.
Speaking of magic, Steve, I guess this little getaway, this next story is magical for you.
Oh my god, this is like geek overload for me. I've already started saving. Disney has announced that they are opening the Galactic Star Cruiser Hotel and Experience. This is going to be an unprecedented immersive experience. It will be 2 days, 2 nights at the Star Cruiser Hotel, where you will be interacting with Star Wars characters. The first people to be there will also get to their hands on and get to see in person the lightsaber that Disney did that short reveal video for. It's coming in 2022, and the price for 2 days, 2 nights, $3,300 per person.
Come on.
Oh my god.
That's that seems normal for them.
Right.
That seems normal for them.
Crazy.
You mentioned that lightsaber. We have a look at it right here.
Light, darkness, a balance.
So what we saw there was a real life retractable lightsaber. It's not an actual lightsaber that's going to cut through anything, but it's a retractable light-based saber. Take a look again. It's slowed down. Like I've slowed it down a bit. So
Light, darkness, a balance.
I want to see it unsheath itself, though.
Mhm.
I want to see it go back, like retract, I should say.
Right.
Better have room service delivered by an R2 droid unit. Yeah, for that much money, better have it delivered by Slave Leia. I'm sorry. I'm Gen X. But really, though, not that much money. Stupid.
That'll be for the Disney hedonism Galactic Star Cruiser.
Yeah. Yo, speaking of head in the sky, yo, let's keep our heads up. I mentioned this last week. China launched a rocket into outer space, and 2 of the rockets didn't detach from the main unit before exiting. And the one rocket is in outer space and is kind of in an elliptical pattern, if you will. And it is said to drop sometime Sunday morning, around 1 o'clock in the morning. So EU Space Service Surveillance and Tracking said on its website that the statistical probability of a ground impact in a populated area is low, but any predictions are uncertain. It is one of the largest pieces of space debris to return to Earth, with experts estimating its dry mass to be around 18 to 22 tons.
Yikes.
Yo, heads up.
Yeah, for real.
Like, we had a guy die on the 406 or the QEW the other day because of an overhead sign getting knocked down and going through his car and impaling him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's a 1 in a billion thing happening. I'm just saying, holy shit. Like, please don't hit my apartment. Please don't hit my apartment.
I mean, if they want to hit this building in Thorold, near the prison, I'm just saying.
Yeah, there you go.
If the rocket parts land on the land, then China planned it. Yeah, I don't think so.
I feel like it's not expected to land in Canada, though, right?
Yes.
What's that?
I feel like it's not expected to land in Canada, though, right?
They said anywhere in North America.
North America.
Wow.
America. Yeah. And they're like,
Okay.
it's because of how it's spinning and caught in the elliptical, whatever you call it.
Mm-hmm.
They can't project the trajectory. They don't know where it's going to come in. And once it comes in, it'll be a little bit easier to determine, I would assume.
Right.
But by that point, how much time do you have to, like maybe minutes? And I would assume if it is going to be here and we do have that kind of minutes, I assume we would get that big warning that we all get on our phone all the time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so
Good times.
It could be any one of us that day. Yeah, man. I can send you an umbrella. It might help. What cartoon?
bet.
Tom and Jerry. That's or the coyote with the anvil. All right. Do you have another story? I got one more, but
Yeah, I got a few more here I can do. So Conan O'Brien has set a date for his final episode, and I don't have it in front of me. But
sorry,
he is moving his show to HBO Max, of course, after I think over 10 years at TBS. It's got to be by now.
Oh yeah, he's been there for a while.
Yeah.
Charles Golden says I was pretty sure that I read it would be around 41 degrees, and of course we're all above 49. Most of us, anyways. That's too close.
Yeah,
that's way too close.
Yikes.
Yeah, Conan. I don't know how I feel about Conan. Just because Conan was always on later, right? So I was usually out by then, anyways. I knew that he came from The Simpsons, right? That was kind of his big claim to fame for going on late night.
Not so much now, not because he made the move to TBS, but I was a big fan of him early on. I actually thought he was a lot like a very young David Letterman when he first came along.
Yeah,
he had reoccurring characters and the skits, and
he was supposed to take over for Letterman, wasn't he?
Was.
Yeah. Well, he's supposed to take over for Leno and for.
Well, he did take over for Leno, and then Leno decided he wanted to.
Leno came back, but what I heard it wasn't that wasn't Leno's decision. Well, if you watch the movie, right, that was the execs, and Leno had no choice. But
wait, what movie?
There was a made-for-TV movie or an HBO movie, based on David Letterman and based on Letterman and Leno's rivalry.
Huh?
Yeah.
Well, because Johnny had already told Dave, "This is your show."
Yeah, and NBC screwed him over, basically. Who's a drunk watcher on He Said, She Said? I reckon I could get drunker. You would be drunker. Oh, you or Ron? Oh, I have no fucking clue, but it's going to be fun to find out, honestly.
I might come drink tonight, too.
I wish I had more alcohol. I have like a glass of wine left, which isn't going to do much. Steve, what else you got there? I'm going to finish off with my one last story, but I'll wait.
All right, so I'll just rip a few of these off. Faces of Death reboot coming. It's going to be about a YouTube moderator screening videos of people recreating the murders from the Faces of Death series.
Dude, it always fucking creeped me out when we were kids, and we had those friends that had those tapes that insisted on us watching them with. Yeah. Like because we would go to their houses and I'd be like, "What the fuck is wrong?" Like, remember the one Jordan? There's one where you watch a parachuter go into a fucking pit of alligators or crocodiles or whatever and just get torn apart. There's another one that I watched where it was a whole bunch of religious zealots that all had sickles and they all fucking see Steve nod his head because he knows what I'm talking about. They all just lopped their left or their right hand off all at the same time as part of
a lot of it did end up being fake, but there was a lot of content that was obviously very real.
The monkey brains.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Another story. We talked about this last week. Rammstein was on the short list for new Lego sets. No longer. That dream is dead for the Rammstein set list to become a Lego set.
That's
CBS CSI reboot that we talked about a few weeks ago. We now know that Paul Guilfoyle is going to return as Brass. They already had a few of the original characters coming back, including what's his name from
oh yeah. Who?
The movie Skulls. Wasn't he in that? I don't know. You know what I'm talking about, though. The main guy, the original from the original CSI.
Yeah, William Peterson. From Fear, he was in the original. He was the original. He wasn't the original Hannibal Lecter, but he was in the original movie.
Right,
Manhunter, where Brian Cox played Hannibal Lecter.
Don't Breathe 2 coming August 13th. If you haven't seen Don't Breathe and you like intense thriller movies, check that one out. And my last story, the FBI has released the Cobain file.
Damn.
Which is the Kurt Cobain file, all about how Courtney Love drove him crazy. She's the video, and he's the radio star.
I mean, she drive anyone
one
crazy.
more thing, I had one more kind of story, but I actually want to ask you about it to see how you felt about it, because I know we were both big Night Court fans, and you mentioned it a few times in the last few weeks. I know about watching the 24-hour Night Court channel. We now know that Night Court has gotten a series order.
Yeah, we talked about this already. Melissa Rose.
Yeah, with John Larroquette and Melissa Ranch.
Is it Ranch or Rouch?
Rouch.
Yeah. But yeah, we don't know who she's playing yet. She's playing a daughter of somebody. We know that the show is about Harry's daughter, but we don't know if she's playing Harry's daughter, which it just makes sense that it would be her, though, honestly. Legit, I just turned my TV on and look. Can you see it? Now that I screwed up my green screen. And legit, all I had to do was just turn the TV on, and it's on that channel. I have legit have Night Court on 24/7.
Great show.
It is so good. I don't want to be that guy that says they better not fuck it up, but they better not fuck it up. Okay, Ron. But I've been on it since 5 p.m., 7.5 hours, and I'm feeling the love. Oh, you guys are both. They're having a. I'm drunker than you. Well, I'm drunker than you are. I'm drunker. Yeah. Tune in tonight for He Said, She Said. We are reviewing movies about from actors and actresses that we don't really like personally. Oh. So she gave me the Mark Wahlberg Mile 22, and what did I give her? I don't know. I gave her something, and then my movies are Mile 22 and Harry Potter, the first one, because I've never seen it before. So tune in 10 o'clock tonight, and you could see my reviews of both. Anyways, and you said you had one more story, or was it?
No, that was it. Hopefully, speaking of reviews, hopefully next week my 5-second movie review will be the new Saw movie, the movie in the Saw series, Spiral, with Chris Rock and Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah. You think he's going to be the new Jigsaw? Do you think he's the bad guy in this?
I'm not sure. I have no idea. I've been staying away from anything related. I don't want to know anything going into this one.
Whoa, have you got a Darth Vader seat, Zeus? See? No. I have Darth Vader in my cabinet, an action figure. Ron's like me, an alcoholic. Just a way of life. Drunk life. Like thug life. And the last story, no, I think we actually talked about it, about the comic book resources suggestion there was going to be, oh, no, you and I talked about it beforehand. Right. Star Wars games that are coming out.
Yes.
These are all rumored games. But the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them are as follows. We always knew Jedi The Fallen Order Part 2 was coming. Great open world game. I absolutely love this game. What I love about them doing games like this is where they have actors do the mocap so that the actors could actually play them in the live action verse. As we know, this is all canon, Jedi Fallen Order. So yes, please. Yes, please. Next, I'm not a big fan of these games. Have you played any of the Battlefront games?
I played the first one. My son does have the second one. I have yet to play it, but I did like the first one, but it just wasn't for me.
Yeah. I mean, like there was just nothing.
It was fun, yeah.
Another one that's coming our way. Now, I bought the Audible books for Star Wars: The High Republic. This is the next rumored open world game from Star Wars to be coming as well. I cannot get into these books for nothing, though. So I try. I do, and I hope this game has a little more of a payoff. I'm not hearing a lot of hype from anybody about the High Republic when it comes to the comic books or when it comes to the novels or any of the other stuff that's come out. So I don't know. We'll see. Couple comments here. Fallen Order is epic. Can't wait for part 2. Yeah, exactly. You just spun around like Vader. Oh, yeah. I get you. And then what else do they got there? This one, everyone's looking forward to this open world game. If this is true, so far as I know, it's only a rumor. Comicbook.com though has it listed, and that is the Mandalorian open world game.
That's cool.
He's like, if you give me a GTA version, take all of my Imperial credits. All of them.
Take my money.
But the final rumored game is the one that I am most excited for, because to me, and I never read any of the extended universe, but I loved both these games, part 1 and part 2 that came out, especially part 2, and that's Knights of the Old Republic, and they will be revisiting that. It's going to be a remake of part 1 from what the site was saying. I'm down with that. I don't know if you guys have played that, but those were dope fucking games, man. Like, those were the first great Star Wars games, in my opinion.
Yeah, you got to choose your path.
Yes, man. So good. Battlefront 1 was awesome. Can't see much improvement from the first. The second was trying to be Call of Duty, in my honest opinion. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Let's hope they do Mando justice. Let's hope they do this. Remember, all these were just rumors so far. Comicbook.com, as much as I love them, they don't always get it right. Wasn't the Force choke a little OP in KOTOR? Yeah, but I was all right with it, man. I was okay with it. The Force choke was great because you didn't really have that system of building up. It was basically you got the power, then you could use it at the full force. It's not like games now where you have to build those powers up. Yeah, I'm all right with that. And then the absolute last story was May the 4th. We got ourselves the first episode of Bad Batch on May the 4th. And then the next episode came out on Friday. I'm liking it. You weren't a big Clone Wars fan, though, Steve? Like, you haven't made it through it, though, at least.
I'm just not finished watching it yet, so I haven't watched this yet. No.
Yeah. This is good. Takes place right after Order 66 is given, and that's all I'll give you. It's where the Bad Batch, these Bad Batch of clones, what happens to their story afterwards. You meet them all.
I actually put the first episode on, and then I saw it said Clone Wars, and then it kind of burned away to the Bad Batch, and I was like, all right, I'm shutting this off.
Yeah, that was probably a good bet. It's good. If you're someone who likes the Clone Wars television series, that's what got me into Star Wars again. Honestly, this will be for you. I think you'll really love the Bad Batch, and I just love that they just keep building this Filoni-verse. To me, which has been the absolute best Star Wars verse, has been the Dave Filoni universe, and of course now the Dave Filoni / Happy Hogan, Jon Favreau. Because they're both just killing it in Star Wars. Luke says, Knights was pretty niche. Peeps, I know I didn't get involved as they thought it was something other than it was. Yeah, exactly. It was a good game, though. But yeah, that's it for my stories. You got any other stories, Steve?
That is it, man.
Got any other stories, Jordan?
Nah.
Just this.
Light, darkness, a balance.
It's pretty cool.
Steve's going to buy that. Great show as always, guys. Thank you all. Thank you, Ron. Always great entertainment for us. You make our show a little bit easier because you do some of the entertaining for us. We definitely appreciate it. Folks, remember, if you can, go check out Jordan James, Discovering the Path to Success with the Jordan James Show, available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and wherever you find your favorite podcasts. The Jordan James Show.com. That guy right there. It's been a great show. You got your new episode dropping this Tuesday.
Yes, sir.
To be a lot of fun. Right, guys, get a drink in you and see you on He Said, She Said. Yes, for sure. Well, and Wingnut, you got anything you need to part with us this week? Any parting words? Parting is such sweet sorrow. Let's all have a big doobie and do this all again on the morrow. Anyway,
On the morrow.
Anyways, for Jordan James, for my boy, the Welland Wingnut, and for myself, Zeus, this has been another edition of the RatG TV show. Peace!